Come back from the desk of low. Now, the gentleman you see in front of me, man, very, very special to this near and dear thing we call hip hop now. Now, this platform is known for its Wu-Tang interviews, but if you're from my generation, we missed out on the Wu golden years. But in the early 2000s, we got a taste of what it was like, but with its own sound, fashion. This group forever impacted hip hop from the day they came onto the scene to the countless artists that came up under them. And they're still making an impact today. This gentleman right here you see in front of me, man, was the glue that held the mighty, mighty set together, man. You might have heard him from his classic battle rap, one hell of a classic intro, or one of the most impactful albums ever. Or you might have known him from Purple City Bird Game. I got the one and only Two Gun on, my man, UN KASA. How you doing, my guy?
Peace, man. Peace. Blessings.
Man, first off, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I can't complain.
Man, you've been actually on the roll lately, man. I see you on tour of Grea8Gawd, man. But before we get on to that, man, as a fan, of a media, you're a media peer like myself, my brother. So I gotta ask, we had like Lloyd Banks tune into your stuff. Man, if Lloyd Banks is watching your stuff, so on, I gotta start this off. What happened to Untrue Costa hip hop stories, man? I'm a big fan of that.
Well, well, I had, it wasn't the Unconscious True Hip Hop Story wasn't meant to be a permanent thing. It was just like uh, I'll say just like an installment, just to keep my fans in tune what was going on in my life when I was in the industry in my early years, and it became so big that people still requesting it. So I think in like mid-June, I'm gonna bring Unconscious True Hip Hop Stories back. But I've just been doing so many other things, as far as like fashion and movies and stuff like that. So I had fell back off the YouTube, but it'll be returning sometime this summer. I got some more stories I'm gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just got off a tour with Grea8Gawd and Rock Marcy, the Thank God for Rock Marcy tour. And I just been working, man. We also at the same time working on the Snow Day, the movie, which I star in, which is written, directed, and shot by Grea8Gawd himself.
Man, I like to see
So
you from Grea8Gawd, man, because knowing your history, man, your story is one of a hell. I don't want to say you're like the Forrest Gump of hip hop. No, 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 no. We gotta have something more flyer than that. Let's say like the Denzel Washington of hip hop. Let's say right now, because you're a part of a lot of movements right now with Casa right now. So I gotta ask, what's it like touring with Rock Marcy? Actually getting insightful with this new renaissance we like to see, man. Because you've been spinning bars forever, and it seems like with this new boom bap renaissance, it's kind of making a comeback, but it was always there. So I gotta ask, how are you feeling about this new and day like Griselda and Rock Mercy? How do you feel about that?
well, I love everybody follows the music. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else pushing the culture. I got to thank my brother Grea8Gawd for even bringing me back into the music because I was kind of done with music. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I was kind of done with it because the industry left me jaded with a bad taste in my mouth. And I think I sent them a clip because I was also on Dave East, No Place Like Home tour earlier this year. And I think I sent Grea8Gawd a clip of when I was on stage, and the response was crazy. And he was like, "Nah, this is what I need to see. What you see me, you see, I got this shit popping right now. Come fuck with your big bro." So I thought about it for a while, and then I just said, "Fuck it, I give this shit one more try." You know what I'm saying? And I gotta thank that all the Grea8Gawd. That's my big bro for the last 23 years. You know what I'm saying? So he brung me out my shell. So I'm back. I'm back to here to kick some ass. I'm gonna drop some classic projects, some movies, fashion, a lot of shit coming y'all way from the God Squad. So look out for it. I'm also dropping a documentary, shot and directed by Grea8Gawd. It's called Uncasa. It's going to be called the Antonio Wilder story. It's a documentary about my life. So it's going to break down how I got in the game. From day one. There's a lot of shit people don't know about me. A lot of things that I did bring into the game that people don't know. And, it's time to display that. You know what I'm saying?
Now I have to ask, would you last release Vanilla Sky 3?
Yeah, my last LP I dropped on Christmas Day of 2020 in a pandemic. That's the last project I dropped, was about 3 years ago. But I'm also about to drop a new project called Drug Dealer's Dream.
Mm.
And I'm also a part of the God Squad compilation. We just recorded a few tracks for that today.
Ah.
And it's about to get real spicy, man. It's about to get real spicy. We also gearing up for a 9-city tour, Great God tour. So we gearing up for that, rehearsing and just making sure our showmanship and our professionalism is on top tier this time around.
Now, I always wondered if you considered your Vanilla Sky, I like how you said LPs, because I always, I don't, as a fan, looking in, I always consider like, does he consider mixtapes or albums? Because every time I listen to one through three, it's like, damn, these are albums. So I just never actually knew if you consider them albums.
Yeah, those ain't mixtape. Those is albums. When I do mixtapes, I usually rhyme off of other people's beats, stuff like that. Those is my projects. Vanilla Sky 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna do a fourth installment. Then I'm gonna close out the Vanilla Sky series and start the Drug Dealer's Dream series, which is gonna go from 1 to 4 also.
Now, I'm curious now too, in this documentary that you have coming up, like, do you take us back to when you went by Bookkeeper and like, do you have any of those battles on film?
We going back. We going back as far as the day I was born.
Oh, okay. We
We're
saw
going.
start.
We're going to my childhood. This is the real story from my childhood. How I became UN KASA. So this
So
is going.
even so,
This is
so
going to be something for the world to see.
so would you consider like like because you probably have a lot of unreleased footage of you battling people that we have never saw now too, like because I know that before like Bookkeeper, you were in a group called Triple R, Rough, Rugged, and Raw. So do we get to see like a lot of that era in this documentary?
Yeah, and that you'll have people from that era actually talking about it. But when I was growing up, a lot of people really didn't document a lot of stuff. Like as far
Yeah.
as videotapes, I got some battles. I got some battles that's tape. People it's probably lost tapes out there, but I came from the battle era where it wasn't really even cool to put a camera in your face. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff, I got some things, some documented stuff that people will be surprised to see. And we're gonna go as far as back as we can. But my early battle days, a lot of that stuff was just like spontaneous on the spot. A lot of the stuff wasn't recorded, but I do have some lost footage of me and French Montana and
Oh.
Hell Rattle and Fred the God when we was younger on Hum 45th. So it'd be bits and pieces of stuff like that too, also into the documentary.
Now, like even back then now too, sorry if I get this label name wrong too, because in '98, that was when you first signed to Bryce Wilson now too. I was just curious now too, what were the events leading
Do
up to?
your research. Yeah, I was signed to Black Round Records. Barry Hankerson. That was Aaliyah's uncle. You know what I'm saying? That's Aaliyah's uncle. I was signed to Black Round. Due to staff change, the deal fell through, so I can either leave. I could either stayed on the label and get put out whenever, as far as being shelved, or I could have left the label with the money I had and go on
Left.
and do other things. So that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bryce Wilson, Barry Hankerson, rest in peace, Aaliyah. Shout out to Timberland, Magoo, the whole Black Round family at the time.
Man, there was a lot of big names back then right now too, man. You were around all that too. So did you know that you were gonna make an impact in hip hop just off that, that one deal alone? Or did you know before that?
Yeah, I knew since I was a little kid I was gonna make an impact in hip hop some type of way. Some type of way I knew I was gonna make an impact. I'm very confident about my art. And I'm very confident about my brother's art. Great God, you know what I'm saying? I always looked up to him as an artist, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from him. He learned a lot from me also, you know what I'm saying? We learned from each other. So, this time around, it's going to be nothing but raw hip hop, the illest visions, far as videos, the videos and the movies is going to be incredible. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to let the hat out the bag just yet, but
Yeah, please
I'm
don't.
gonna tell the visuals is gonna be crazy. The music is gonna be crazy. And I also have a fashion brand called Cranberry and Vodka. I'm also designing Great Gods merch too. You know what I'm saying
Okay.
for stores and stuff like that. So look out for that type of stuff. We just working. We working. Grea8Gawd is editing our movie as we speak right now, so we working.
Yeah, okay, okay. So like even like with that, like do you think like with today, everyone likes to like right now, I don't think like yeah, people are listening to mainstream hip hop now too, but this underground raw hip hop sound is really making its way into the mainstream now too. Do you think that when you come back onto the scene, it's going to be like what we wanted? Because a lot of people have been wanting you to come back for a long time. They're like, yo, where's Ukasa in this era? Man, he'll be killing it in this era right now.
It's going to be even better.
Mm.
It was worth the wait. It's going to be even better. It's more aggression. It's pure energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm smarter. I'm a little older. I'm a father now. You know what I'm saying? I look at I got a whole different outlook on the game. I've learned. So now, the things that I might have got taken advantage of back then, it won't happen now. I'm more smart, I'm more wiser as a businessman. So things is gonna be a much different and as far as music and which I've been missing, it's gonna be better. It was worth the wait. I had to take time off to get my mental right.
Of
So
course.
for my return to be even better than before, you know?
Because like it's like what you said now too. You don't want to leave the game with a sour taste in your mouth. You want to actually come back and it's like, you know what? I love this right here, man. This is what I'm in it for right now. Because a lot of people don't know. Like, yes, you came on the intro of the Dipset album, but a lot of people don't know that's by a Kanye West beat right there, and there's two different versions.
Yeah. I see you did your research. Yeah, I came in the game on a Kanye West beat. Me and Kanye West, we go back some years, almost 20 years. Being due to being signed to First and 15th in
Shy
Chicago
now.
with Lupe Fitel. Yeah, when I was living in Chicago. So, you know, um, he always showed me love. Kanye always showed me love. And for me to be able to come in the game on the Kanye beat is amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's just something in my resume that I'm very proud of. When you go to the Diplomat album and you look in the credits and they say Cameron, Giles, Antonio Wilder, and Kanye West, that's like a highlight of my career. You know what I'm saying? So some of the Diplomat intro is always going to be something close near and dear to my heart. Shout out to the Diplomats, Cam Jewels, Freaky Zeke, and Jim Jones. Shout out to them.
Now, like, I understand, like, when you, like, this is how things come full circle in life now, too. You went and bought the double XL with that one of M,
Mhm.
Dre, and 50 on it, too. And that's how you found out how you wanted the intro right now, too. But what happened
Mhm.
after? Like, did you go buy it? I was like, yo, I gotta go listen to this right now. I was curious about that because you said that, but you never said what happened after.
Well, I never got signed. I never was an artist on Diplomats. I never got signed to Diplomat. You know what I'm saying? Me, Shice, Bub, and Aguilar, we started Purple City Productions like in '02, '03, and we wound up getting a recording deal for that. But that's always been funny because people always um call me a diplomat, but I've never been actually signed to Dipset. You know what I'm saying? I never was an artist on Dipset. I was just like I guess a family member. You know what I'm saying? I was around since the beginning, since they started the run as Dipset. You know what I'm saying? So, like I always salute Cam, and I'm grateful for the things I was a part of. But I was never really a member of Diplomat as far as paperwork. I was just like I say, like a family member. That's it.
Because like one thing I
So that's
always notice about you now too, your loyalty is one that's very hard to find now too. Because we never really got an Akasa solo album under Dipset, but we still had Purple City and all these other classics. But all this other time, you always were loyal to this set. That's very hard to find in this day.
because
Somebody you like.
like like even when I stopped working with Shice, I always kept it in the Diplomat family. You know what I'm saying? There's never been never went to like G Unit or I never went to
Yeah,
like Rough Rider. I always stayed into my family, because I always looked at Dipset as one big family, whether it was Purple City, whether it was Skull Gang, it was the same family. We just, switch gears, I should say. You know what I'm saying? We went through different stages, You know what I'm saying? And I always been in a crew, but with being a part of God Squad, it's like you're gonna get to actually see like solo Uncasa, like not smack dead in a group or nothing like that. I'll be on compilation albums and stuff, but I'm a solo artist now. I'm not gonna be in a group. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
That's what we always
So y'all
wanted.
gonna
I
get
ain't gonna lie. That's what we always. That's what
yeah.
I
You
always
know,
wanted.
I've never. Unfortunately, I've never got to put out a solo album under Diplomats and them, but I have a lot of solo projects out. You can go get Vanilla Sky 1, 2, 3, The Wait Is Over, the Casa collection, the best of Uncasa. It's a few Uncasa projects you can actually go out there and get. So, but I've never dropped a mainstream album. But all that shit is going to change this year. So, look out for the Drug Dealer's Dream LP coming real soon. Look out for the Snow Day, the movie coming real soon. Look out for the God Squad compilation real soon. And we got a couple of surprises for you. I ain't gonna let everything out the box, but shit, you might be seeing some Rock Marcy Uncasa real soon.
So I'm gonna ask you now too. The very first time you ever heard of Rock Mercy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when was the very first time like you ever heard of Rock, like Marciano's production?
I've been a Rock Marcy fan since he was running around with Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Flip Mode.
Yeah, when he was around with Flip Mode and his latest stuff. My brother, Great God, put me in tune. You know, me and Great God is closer than what people think. You know what I'm saying? So he puts me in tune with a lot. You know, I've always been in tune with Rock Marcy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like recently I got to really kick it with him and build with him. And, you know, by the graces of God, I hopped on the tour with Great God. And, you know, it's like I said, like I ain't going to let everything out the back, but it's that it might be a situation when you see an Uncasa project on Pimpire.
Oh shit!
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Because I seen you in this one pic that Great God posted, and the whole room just crowded, but you and Boldy James just building on the couch right there. I was like, I wonder if they talked about a collab.
Yeah, we got it's a Great God Uncasa Boldy James collab cooking up as we speak. I think did you send that out to Boldy today? Yeah. So yeah, Boldy is about to do his verse now. So yeah, you're gonna see Great God, Boldy James, Uncasa. This new renaissance of rap, we the forefront of it. Believe that. And it's just gonna get you ain't seen shit yet, bro. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't even get the best of Great God yet. Still snowing is on its way. Like I said, y'all, we gearing up. We gearing up. All I can say is put on your fucking seatbelt. Cause it's gonna be a fast ride. Fast ride.
Did Great God have to convince you somehow to actually, come back into this new wave of music now?
Yeah, he had to. Yeah, he convinced me. He definitely did. He wasn't taking no for an answer. He said, I don't, he was like, you got too much talent for that shit to just dissolve like that into thin air. Come on the road with me. Come, like niggas asking about you. Like niggas still love your music. And I just went out on the road with him for a few days and the reception was crazy. So he was like, you gonna give up all this? These niggas love you, son. You gonna give up all this? You gonna give this up? Like I still go through the mall. It don't matter what state I go to, people will stop me, want to show me love, give me my flowers. So I was like, you know what? I owe them. I owe them that. So these are the people I'm doing it for. So yeah, the reason that Uncasa returned to the music business is because of Great God. Definitely, he definitely persuaded me to get back to doing what I do best: crushing microphones, killing stages.
One thing I noticed now too, as a fan of you, you were throughout my junior high, my high school years, my college years. So, paying attention to your career for, half my life, I noticed that Skullgate era. You worked for that.
Uh-huh.
I remember there was a time where you said that y'all worked together straight for 2 years, 24 hours straight on songs. But I remember being as a fan, downloading that mixtape. Then I remember going to the store, buying that album, And I ain't gonna lie, Casa, I was still a fan of it, but I kind of felt ripped off, man, because you know it was the same songs, just one different one.
I
So
mean, what happened was, what happened was the Skull Gang album that was to keep it real. Juelz never did his verses on the songs.
Mm.
We had um like I don't know what was going on at the time, but else his he never finished his songs on the album, and they wound up putting the same album out. You know what I'm saying? We had the album that we wanted the world to hear. It wound up getting erased, or the hard drives wound up getting damaged from a raid in Juelz's studio. But he didn't finish uh his verses in time for the album. You know, they was rushing, you know what I'm saying? So Koch and Alan Grunblatt and everybody, they wound up just putting that album out anyway. They ain't want to lose no money, so they just wound up putting the same album out from the mixtape, which was disappointing. I didn't even go to none of the press conferences because of that, because I was real disappointed. Because, like I said, we was in the studio putting that album together for like 3 years, like 3 winters, 3 summers, 3 springs, 3 falls, back to back. We was in the studio damn near 24 hours a day. It got to where the work ethic got so crazy to where he had to build a shower in the studio. So like, but I wish the world could have heard we recorded over 300 songs for the Skull Gang album.
Because I remember that was one group I really wanted to flow because I was such a huge fan of Depp. I was a fan of rap. Hell, I even like Star, man. I remember the Star record Rockstar was your record.
Everybody was kind of, me and Juelz put Skull Gang together. Depp, Johnny Depp, he was handpicked. He was brought through by Slow Bucks and Queens, you know. Shout out to Slow and Bucks. They brought Depp through. Star was introduced to us through my man Sugar J and Chubby Baby. And Rab actually was roommates with Juelz's brother Twin in college, and Rab was always around since the ever. So when we put the Skull Gang thing together, you know, he was just like a perfect fit because we wanted like to have like a variety of artists. We wanted to have the South, we wanted to have Queens, we wanted to have Harlem, we wanted to have the R&B, and you know, it was just it was like some new Death Row shit. You know what I'm saying? We actually had recorded a whole album called East Coast Chronic that was kind of like a dedication to the Chronic album, but we just, you know, we had got all West Coast beats. And I think Dr. Dre actually got to hear some of it when he was working with Diplomat, but that's some of the projects that got wiped out due to the hard drives getting damaged and stuff like that. Like I said, we had over 300-400 songs. I probably lost over 100 solo records by itself. So, you know, that was kind of discouraging too. Like seeing years of work just vanish into thin air. So, but then that's what made, once that happened, that's what made me go hard with the Vanilla Sky projects. I started just recording because I was like, yo, damn. It was kind of like depressing losing all that music. I'm talking about great shit. Like I done lost niggas' careers. You know what I'm saying? Niggas' careers that's popping out, I done lost that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had a bunch of R&B records that I wrote, lost. Bunch of auto-tune. Like when I was doing the auto-tune shit and melodic shit, nobody wasn't doing it. It wasn't no A Boogies. It wasn't no Futures. Wayne was hardly doing it. You know what I'm saying? So when I start seeing all the melodic music come out, I was just like, fuck. I was like, damn, I know I'm a person that helped start this genre because niggas wasn't doing it. And when I was recording it, Juelz used to always ask me, yo, why you making all these melodic records talking about girls and this? And I said, yo, this is where hip hop is actually going. You know what I'm saying? I already seen the shift. You know, I'm a boom bap type of nigga, but I always seen the shift. So when the shift came, and I just thought, I was like, see, I told you. Now it was a bunch of A-Boogies and Futures and Little Uzis, and melodic is the thing, But now we're in the era where you gotta rap. We getting back to lyrics, lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Hard beats, lyricism, concepts,
Where it should
hooks.
be at.
You know what I'm saying? Where it should be at. You know what I'm saying? You gotta salute guys like Griselda. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? But everybody know that me and Grea8Gawd, far as upstate hip hop, we like the Mount Everest. You know what I'm saying? We like the Mount Rushmore of this shit, because we the forefathers of this. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely the forefathers of this upstate hip hop. I'm a Harlem dude, but I rep the 3-Gun-5 like I was born and raised here. This is my second home. I've been coming to Syracuse for the last 22, 23 years of my life. So this is definitely my second home. I definitely rep it also. Rest in peace, Stuntman Dozer. You know what I'm saying? We definitely open up the gates for people to respect hip hop music that's coming from upstate, Buffalo, Albany, Rochester, and Syracuse. Because in the early days, it wasn't no outlet for those rappers, and we gave those MCs the outlets because we had the outlet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be a part of a Dipset Purple City mixtape. You know what I'm saying? And we was doing a lot of those features for free. You know what I'm saying? We was doing a lot of people, like a lot of your favorite new underground boom bap artists was getting free verses. I've been doing songs with 38 Special 20 years ago. You asked 38 Special who the first guy from Dipset that ever gave him a verse on the arm. He gonna tell you me. And I met him through Grea8Gawd 20 years ago in a little ran down hole in the wall studio when I was super lit. You know what I'm saying? I never had no ego. You know what I'm saying? I always,
I noticed that, yeah.
I always, I was always reachable. I always, fuck with artists. I just want to see people blow. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see people do good. And if I can help that, I would. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's the game is a little different. It's on the return of lyricism, and I'm here to display that. I'm one of the greatest MCs that ever touched the mic. You know what I'm saying? People call me a legend, but
do you feel like a
I
legend?
still got work to do. Huh?
Do you feel like a legend?
Do I feel like a legend? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. I don't never call myself a legend. I let the people do that. So when the people calling me a legend, I'm a legend. I'm not going to call myself a legend, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just not on it like that. But from what a legend is in this rap shit, yeah, I'm that, you know what I'm saying? And I still got a long way to go. I'm still young. I'm 43 years old. That's not old at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm very seasoned. Like I said, I'm more intelligent. I'm more smarter. I'm more equipped, you know what I'm saying? So things that I was probably naive about as a youngster, I'm just more in tune with now, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm a father, so I'm totally different in that aspect, because now it ain't no freebies. Everything I do, I gotta get paid for. You know what I'm saying? If you want UNKASA, you gotta pay for it. Ain't nothing free. Nothing.
So, like, even with this now too, I always notice now too, things come full circle for you because it's your heart and your soul. That's why things come full circle for you.
Yeah, I got a pure heart. I love hard. You know what I'm saying? I was raised by women, and I just always was taught to have unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? Even for your enemies, pray for your enemies too. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no ego. I'm very confident. I know a lot of people can't fuck with me and my crew. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't fuck with Grea8Gawd. They can't fuck with me, Sammy G, Just One. We was born to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna show y'all this time around that we here to stay, and we gonna push the culture where it need to be. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no competition out there. We just working.
Have you ever considered like a name change?
A what?
Like a name change? Have you ever how I always refer to 2 Chainz. Like how 2 Chainz did? Like he went by Teddy Boy and he went with 2 Chainz. Like have you ever considered doing that?
I'm always gonna be UNKASA, but when I do records with God Squad, my name is Jim Star Tony. So it's definitely a different identity. It's definitely coming from a different perspective.
Okay, I like that
It's
now.
more edgy. You know what I'm saying? Jim Star Tony, but um, yeah,
Are
it's
you
always gonna be on Casa. On Casa's uncut raw. You know what I'm saying? Casa's United Niggas Kill All Stereotypes America. And I feel still like I'm still killing stereotypes that people put upon me. So I'm never gonna go off to where I'm gonna reinvent myself to where you ain't gonna know it's me.
yeah.
But it's always, everything, mm, I work hard. I put in I've worked too hard just to kill the Uncasa persona off, you know what
Oh
I'm
yeah, of
saying?
course.
I put in too much work with this name, so this Uncasa is here to stay, but it's definitely going to be some monikers that people are definitely going to also know me by. People been calling me the Crayon Man rock star just because of my colorful fashion sense
I know this
and
cranberry and
the drug.
vodka is very fly.
You know, you know, me and Grea8Gawd been talking the drug talk forever, so you know. It's a different identity from Uncasa to Jim Star Tony. Jim Star Tony is straight trap, straight darkness, griminess, hard hitting. It's talking about the underworld like no other. You know what I'm saying? That's where I started from the underworld of the streets. So is a reflection of what I've been through and what I see every day. You know what I'm saying? So when you
Because
hear
because
when
of
you
the
hear
new
when
age, you gotta think
mm,
like kids came in like there's kids when you first started out, there was kids like just being born now too. And then they may get into from the Griselda movement, fighting Great Guard, and then you find you under that new alias, Jimmy. So it's like and then they become your biggest fan after that now too. So have you ever considered that now too? It's like damn, like I can find like a whole new fan base now too, but still keep
yeah,
Ukasa.
it is like a breath of fresh air. It's like it's fans out there. It's people that know Uncasa and they just know me for acting because I did the Brooklyn Way web series. There's people
Oh,
that just that's a fan of me acting and just realizing I'm Uncasa from the Dipset. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely like I got a new group of fan base that didn't even know I rapped. Like I got fans that's 65 that don't know I rap. They only know I act. So now that I'm reinvented myself as the new and improved and revived Uncasa, aka Jim Star Tony, uh, it's just a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Everything is different. It's definitely you're gonna definitely get a whole different outlook and impactful perception of who Uncasa is totally from the Dipset days. Like I'm totally on my own now. This is my train. I'm running the train. I'm driving the caboose. I'm not a part of, you know what I'm saying? I'm a boss now. You know what I'm saying?
I like how you said that too. You're leaving the Dipset train because it made me just think of this right now. Would you consider your outro on Diplomatic Ties like your like the kind of goodbye? Because we're never gonna get another Dipset album.
Yeah, it was the intro and it's the outro. And that was my farewell as being attached to the Dipset. You know what I'm saying? I did. So that's what the outro was. It was like it was like a beginning and an ending. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
and
like
I'm grateful for that.
it's like the Star Wars trilogy now too, because there's always three installments now too. So you in the very beginning, and you come in at the very end. So how did like that intro like come together? Like, is there a story behind that?
The outro. Oh, okay. The outro.
Yeah, we know the intro.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I didn't want to ask about that. I was curious about the outro.
the outro. Oh, well, the outro came about. I had got a DM from Jewels, and he was like, um, we doing this new Diplomat album, and I want you to do the outro. I mean, we want you to do the intro to the new Diplomat album, but the Trav already did the intro to the album. So I was like, you know what? I'll do the outro. It'd be like the beginning and the end. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heard me open the album and y'all heard me close the album. So, Jewels, he DM'd me. DJ J Arms did that beat. And I went to Jewel's crib, studio in his crib in his mansion in Jersey, and I recorded that like in 15 minutes. And I was like the only if y'all listen to the Diplomatic Ties album, I'm the only original Dipset member on there. You don't hear no JR, no Hell Rel or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one that actually was on the album, you know? So, like I said, I thank them for even giving me the opportunity. Like, shout out to the set. But that's how the album was, how that song was actually put on the last Diplomat album. Jewels, he invited me to a studio session. I did the song in 15 minutes and they put it on the album.
Now with this new era too, a lot of people don't have hooks. You can literally just get your bars straight off now too. Now you being a veteran now too, with this new music you are coming out with now too, can we expect you just to get straight your bars off, or can we expect like song structure?
You're gonna get straight bars, you're gonna get hooks, you're gonna get concepts, you're gonna get melodic, you're gonna get heartfelt, you're gonna get ratchet, you're gonna get every part of me. It's not gonna just like God Squad, we actually make music. You know what I'm saying? We got the stuff that got 100 bars, no hooks. But if you follow us, if you follow our career, you always know we always do traditional songs, hooks, dope beats, concepts. So it ain't gonna be too much perspective wise. Ain't gonna be too much of a switch up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get fucking fire.
That's my guy right there. What's up, my Jay? What's up, God brother?
Fire is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
We run around. We selling extinguishers this summer.
That's it.
What's good, God brother?
Yeah.
Salute.
So like I told y'all, I'm closer than Grea8Gawd than with niggas think. You know what I'm saying? That's my big bro for real.
You guys ever consider becoming a duo?
We been a duo. We already.
Like I mean, like you God brothers, but having like something else fly to it.
Yeah. Look, like as I say, I can't let everything out that bag. Pay attention.
Oh, okay. I'm jumping ahead. Okay.
Yeah. Just I can't give y'all everything. I gotta wait for something. You know?
Well, yeah. Anyway, you call, so yeah, we appreciate your time, man. We just want to let you know, man. You ain't gonna call yourself a legend. You a legend.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, look out for the God Squad compilation LP coming. Look out for the second installment of Snow Day, which is called Still Snowing. Look out for the Snow Day, the movie starring me, Poppy the Coke Connect, and God, Grea8Gawd. And we got come on, like we got some surprises. Like you asked about Bodie James. Bodie James is actually in the God Squad movie. You know what I'm saying? He's in the movie. Lil Bo, his son Lil Bo Jack is in the movie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Detroit, they showed us a lot of love when we stopped in Detroit. So shout out to Bodie James and and Bojack and all the Detroit boys out there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody 227. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we need to get Stove God and New Casa, y'all. Yo, let's just say right now, yo, we're getting Casa and Stove God.
Man, we've been working with Stove Gods since for years, man.
Since he went by Aaron Cooks, I bet, or A-Train.
Yeah, back then, he used to be in the studio when he was a young boy. But shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But like I said, everybody, what all y'all need to know is to stay tuned to this God Squad compilation album, Snow Day the movie, still snowing. Grea8Gawd's second installment to the classic, mostly highly acclaimed hip hop album. Like I ain't gonna lie, that Snow Day is an instant classic. If y'all don't got it, go down.
Facts.
Buy it. It's on Apple Music. It's on Tidal. It's on all streaming platforms. So go get that. And we still got those $100 bricks.
I was gonna say, yo, hit my man for the bricks.
Yeah, call us for the bricks. We still have the bricks. We still have the bricks. We still have them. And I said, man, I appreciate y'all. All we doing tonight is editing and shooting scenes. We're gonna shoot some scenes tonight for the Snow Day movie and edit. As we shoot, we edit the same day, so everything be put together the right way. You know what I'm saying? We don't Grea8Gawd don't sit on no work. So we shoot it today. Say we shoot 5 in the afternoon, by 11 that night, it's already edited. You know what I'm saying? So just know that we working and
It's gonna be hot summer, y'all. Y'all stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned and look out. We gonna have some announcements real soon, but look out for this 9-city Great Guard tour. It's actually gonna be called the Railionaire Tour. You know,
Okay, this is gonna
gonna
be
be
okay. Coming to us
great
from
guard.
you. So we have the
Yeah,
newest member of the God Squad. Man, they've been down for a long time. I got the one and only everyone. Grea8Gawd, KASA. Welcome back on the
Great
show,
Guard,
my
Great
brother.
Guard, Great Guard. He's bringing Hell Rel on tour too. So he's bringing me and
Oh,
Hell Rel
yeah,
out on
okay.
tour. You know what I'm saying? So look out for that. Like I said, I ain't supposed to let that out the hat yet.
We appreciate it though.
We're just giving y'all a couple of things to stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned and look out for this Mass Man Poppers. We also heavy in the cannabis business. You know what I'm saying? Mass Man Poppers coming to a dispensary real soon. I got the Untouchable Gumbo out.
Wow.
So, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna
So
have to
look
come and
out.
smoke cookies, man. I'm gonna have to smoke some of your shit, man. Shit.
Yeah, like I said, look out for that Mass Man Poppers to a dispensary near you real quick. And you know, give me your give me a address, and I'm gonna get you some of that Untouchable Gumbo and the Untouchable Gumbo merch. I'm gonna send you a care package so you can see what that's hitting for.
Appreciate you, Akasa. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, you're welcome back. Everyone give it up for Akasa, man. Salute, my guy.
Yeah, y'all. Like I said, Snow Day the movie coming very soon. Second installment to Snow Day is still snowing. God Squad compilation, Uncasa Drug Dealer's Dream album coming soon. Peace. I love y'all. Stay tuned, man. God Squad.